Do you think the theaters are ever going to get back to normal? Do you think people will watch movies in theaters again?
Yeah. It's just I'm more worried that people are not going to be going back, or the theaters have lost so much money in this process that a bunch will shut down through just a lack of money or something. That's what I'm more worried about. We'll just have to see, obviously, with a lot of things, but theaters are big buildings, and I know there's a lot of money in the theater, but also I don't know. Honestly, it's going to be kind of a coin toss.
In my opinion, I think there's going to be some way they're going to be doing things like streaming now. It's going to push over to that. It's going to give it that extra push to release it streaming.
Streaming's, shooting off pretty strong, more than ever right now. But it's not the same as a theater as you've held the opinion a lot of times, obviously. But people just are able to consume the entertainment they want, and they're not as married to the idea, or the majority of people aren't as married to the idea of having the theater experience as just consuming their entertainment. So I fear that a lot of people will not be willing to jump right back in, especially theaters are close quarters, man.
Yeah,
even when
a lot of people say like they're dirty because they're not clean, and even if we go back, I think people are going to be very conscious about things that are dirty.
And you also have to think about
even if there's no more
disease
or germs like what we think
the virus is not spreading, but even just the you have to think of the psychological aspect of it, because people are going to be like, a lot of theaters have carpet, a lot of theaters are made of like this more material that people think of when they think of, it's not a hard surface, it can hold bacteria, it can hold virus and germs, and so it's going to be an interesting process to see how all of that plays out, but all we can do is see.
If they all close down, I think we should open up the first vintage theater experience once everything blows over.
So, how has your week been?
It's been good. I'm ready for summer to start, for things to open back up. We've tasted a little bit of that here in Virginia, but not fully.
Yeah.
It's like eating a good glazed or like frosted
Where are you
honey
going with this?
like cinnamon roll, and you're
Okay.
just licking the frosting. You don't get the full
You don't get a chance to take a bite.
Yep. It's like licking off licking the frosting off of something.
Licking off the frosting.
You get this taste and the urge to get some, but you don't get to bite into it.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Also, we should at least, it's relatively quick here, talk about why people are here to watch, so they don't click away and be like, this is boring. Heck.
We're likable guys.
Maybe. Don't oversell yourself.
I'm selling myself. I don't know about you. I'm a likable guy.
All right. So we are doing, this is the second time we are reacting to an old project of ours.
Yes.
We hope this is an episode that is geared towards our current following. I doubt a random person is going to find this on YouTube and be inclined to watch it. So this is for our existing audience of around 100-ish subscribers. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Yep. This project was, we've been doing like filmmaking for a while now, not professionally or like great.
Yeah.
But this was something we did when we were younger. We did it there was an event at our church. They called it Alcatraz.
You need to tell me how involved were you in this project, because I don't remember how.
I was very involved. I mean, I was there the whole.
Okay.
The one we're gonna watch. I know there was technically 2 versions of this.
I did it again the next year. We did it.
The
again
second one,
next year.
not at all. I was not there for that at all. This version, I was there the whole time, filming, editing, all of it.
All right. The reason why we're doing this now and this specific old project is because we did get reached out to by James Burrow, the guy who we were in Boy Scouts with. We've talked about before.
One of the main actors in this.
And he's in the video. Mm-hmm. And he reached out on Facebook and said, "Hey, I want to see you guys talk about this video."
Yeah. So explain what it was we were filming this for. Our church had an event called Alcatraz. It was a youth event for like teens to get people to come in.
Thing.
Yeah. It was an outreach for teens to come in and hear the gospel. But this event, they called it Alcatraz. Yes, like the prison. What it was a series of tunnels built out of cardboard boxes. Mm-hmm. It was pitch black. There would be music.
Crawl on your belly.
Yeah, you'd be crawling on your belly through these cardboard tunnels. There was music blasting, fog. They would throw in like weird stuff like, so when it's pitch black and you feel like something that's slimy, it would be weird. You would have to crawl through and find your way out of this maze, basically. It's pitch black. There would be dead ends in these tunnels. There would be trap doors. You had to there was a box, but you had to push it to get the door to open.
I will say the logistics of this event was difficult because everyone was sent in one at a time, but everybody met up with each other once you're in the tunnels because you are getting turned around. You are trying to crawl through hundreds of feet of cardboard tunnels. It was elaborate. It wasn't like a big S and you just got through it. It was so elaborate. And I have always been very into adventure, specifically spelunking. I would love to go professionally spelunking at some point, but...
You've never gone?
No.
We talked about this on an episode. I've gone.
Okay. But you don't need to rub it in.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not very, but I'm a little bit claustrophobic. I remember one year doing this maze where we were a part of the church and we helped out a couple years. Actually, probably one of the years we helped out making it. Mm-hmm. So I remember we could go through before actually the event because we were helped making it. We would have to crawl through it to make sure everything was good.
Yeah.
I remember one time it was me, you, and like 2 other guys there during the day. This was before the event. And I decided to go through it. I got stuck in the middle, couldn't find my way out, and I got scared. Do you remember this? I just was like, I'm busting through. And you were like, don't bust through. You're going to mess it up.
Yeah, we had spent so much time working, and you were just ready to break through it. Okay,
because I'm a little claustrophobic, and I started freaking out a little bit.
Okay, but also, this was not a terribly small church. The reason I think me and you were involved so much with this, why we made a video for the event, and why we helped build it, is just because me personally, I think you were too, very attracted to the whole premise of that event, the idea of adventure, the idea of, a false sense of danger, of like this thrilling, exciting event and experience. And so I loved it. I loved being a part of making it, helping design and build the tunnels. I loved, interacting with people and being excited to think of all the awesome people that are just going to get to experience this. It was very fun. And to add on to that, we made a video that everyone was going to watch.
Yeah. Whoever came up with this idea, I know it was like the youth pastor who first introduced it at the church we went to. His church did it before our church did, so I don't know how far back it went. Yeah, but he was the one who introduced it, kind of
correct,
to this church. But whoever came up with this idea was genius.
Yeah. So it was a setup, tear down kind of style. We made a video. I'm gonna tilt the screen down like this so we don't get it in our shot too much. We made a video that kind of introduced and got everybody there hyped about it. And this was before I was even in college, man. This was before I even...
I want to say this was like the semester you were graduating, going into college, because I remember you used your DSLR to make this.
Yeah.
And you had it like one semester before preempting going into college.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then, the project I think I did after this was the one where we did a prank on our friend Seth.
Yeah, maybe.
Which might be fun to watch at some point. But, so this is we're going to watch it. And we're going to react to it as best we can, but we're also going to let you guys watch along. So here is, back in 2012, there is our Alcatraz event promotional hype video. Ready?
Okay. Yep. Let's go.
Alcatraz. In my opinion, inhumane.
Babyface.
Now, I'm not justifying the crimes people commit.
Look at me.
But I do think there should be a second option.
Trying to do the rule of thirds.
I wasn't given that second option.
You wouldn't ever go to Alcatraz because you're way too young.
Yeah, I know. I would
be considered a minor at this point.
But I was just trying to be a part of it. I was wearing white, didn't have any kind of clothes that looked like imprisonment, so I was just wearing a plain white shirt. Let's keep going.
Yep. So, I had to make my own.
But
this isn't for everyone.
I'm curious. Is this supposed to be? We can't keep stopping and playing.
No.
But is this supposed to be like an interview of you after they caught you, or when you escaped?
This is supposed to be like an interview that doesn't actually happen.
Okay.
This is supposed to be like me as a prisoner giving my thoughts about things, but it's also, there's no good timeline. This kind of stuff wasn't thought through.
Yeah.
It was just, what would be cool, you know?
Okay. Let's play it, not stop it.
Some people aren't willing to take the risk I took. But you must remember that there is only one second option, and it is there to be used by any who truly desire freedom.
A little too much reverb on that.
Oh my gosh.
Where'd you get this music?
Like I was digging a hole really fast. Gosh, look at that camera shake. Ugh. This is disgusting. Look at that.
Why is it a taco?
I don't know. Oh, this guy.
Good old
Matt Wheeler. There's James.
I finished the inspection of cells 1 through 5. They've been cleared.
Okay. What's left?
16 through 25.
Very good.
You know, I could go do those for you right now if you wanted me to.
Sure. Thanks. That'd be great.
Like he's so busy he can't do it himself.
He doesn't even know how to tell him what to do. Ew. Gosh, these shots, man. Did you see that cardboard in the back?
Jake, get down here now!
We gave the other character's name James when his name was James.
Back up, cell 16.
Oh my gosh, he's going down into a cardboard tunnel.
Where's that backup? I'm going in to see if I can catch up with him.
Ugh, these close-ups, dude. It's terrible.
It's great stuff.
Look Like, you see the cardboard and the tape and everything. Yeah. It doesn't even look like dirt.
James, are you in pursuit of the prisoner? James. Affirmative, we're in the tunnels.
There's a second tunnel off to the left here. I'm gonna take it, you keep going straight.
Roger that. James, do you know about the approximate time that he escaped?
Negative. No, we didn't know he was gone until... Wait a second, I think I see something.
Oh, man.
You gave it kind of like a dark glow on the outside. I know it's because you're trying to get it like a tunnel effect. But
I don't think I remember how to get out of here. James, calm down. Is there anything?
No! Don't tell me to calm down. You don't know what it's like down here. Just get me out! Get me out of here!
I think we like that effect, just like
We really
stopping and just like
All
the
right,
abrupt like.
Let's finish this video and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Halt! I said halt!
He said hold.
No!
Will you escape? I don't think you will escape.
Look at that
from
green
Alcatraz.
glow, man. That is
Some
impressive.
effects.
Oh, man, look at that. Oh, wow. Didn't capitalize anything. Dude, that looks like a early 2000s.
Ooh, look at that logo.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was-
That's early, man. That's really
Early.
early. I thought for a church video I should put my stamp on it. That's really early. Let's not talk about that. Okay. That's incredibly embarrassing.
That it was a little bit. What I guess we like the effect of just like someone freaking out or something happening, just like a large reverb and just cutting to black. We
Yeah,
like
it's like
that.
grow the suspense and then give it the wow factor, and then come back in and continue growing that suspense back up. We did it like 3 times, man.
We did.
One closer to the beginning or in the middle, one like again close to the end, and then at the very end. Man, okay, so first off, worst audio quality I've ever listened to in a video.
Yeah, but I would say at least we were making videos. I mean, who else was inspiring to like do something
Try.
like that? Yeah, everybody just wanted to show up to the event and be like, have fun on the day, and then
Okay, first of all, I think we need to take a moment to say, James, thank you. Matt, if you watch this, thank you very much. All the people that were in this video, I really appreciate you putting yourself on screen to help me in that point in my life achieve what I thought was the coolest thing. Also, anybody who allowed me to show that to people. A whole bunch of people.
a decent amount of people, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for everybody who was involved with that. I will never talk bad about you. I'm going to just talk bad about me. First off, we already talked about it. I've never done any kind of visual effects or any kind of animation or anything, especially up to that point. So that little end of the tunnel effect was a picture I got off of Google Image, and I squared it up, warping the image to make it look like a square instead of a circle. And I just used keyframes and was zooming into the picture to look like he's crawling towards the end of the tunnel, which is ridiculous. It looks so bad. So incredibly bad.
At least you were thinking, oh, this is what I need to show. You were
I was thinking about shot changes. I was thinking about timing and pacing, and that's probably the only thing in this video that might have a redeeming quality. Is I was really trying to think through the pacing and when to cut. You know, even at that part where Matt, the guy with the darker hair, he was, you know, going to the end where he hits a dead end, and I was cutting it together to make it look like he's gaining on me, and then all of a sudden, no, he's not. He took the wrong turn, you know? And
yeah,
so I was thinking of it that way, and I was it wasn't bad. That aspect wasn't terrible. Maybe. It could be done better.
Yeah.
It wasn't. That was probably the best part of the video.
You could definitely tell that, like, the over-the-shoulder shots, or like how you framed you up on the shot, it's like you were putting yourself on the roll of thirds, like you were trying to.
Yeah, I was trying. I was trying to do stuff,
but like you missed the mark. It was just it was creative shots that just made it look unnatural.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
we were also filming. I was filming on my belly. Everything was pretty much handheld, with a DSLR with a 50 millimeter lens because that's all I had, and no stabilization. Not in the lens, nothing. There was even one point, you know, that shot over the shoulder where he's looking at the piece of paper, and he's like going from cell block to cell block, checking off or whatever it was that he was doing. He was much taller than me, and I was holding the camera with my hands,
like this.
But I had to have him squat down and walk, just so I can kind of look like I'm doing it over the shoulder, looking at what he's looking at. So if you watch it, his pacing of his walk is so different, because he's like bent over like a freaking crab, and he's like shimmying. If you watch it back, you can see that. And I wanted to say it in the moment, but I thought I'd say it later. I know James got a laugh out of that.
I guess we can still have a laugh out of it.
But man, what were some other things that stuck out to you? How much time we got, by the way?
We're hitting 22 minutes.
Okay,
so
we'll talk for a few more minutes.
I mean, the fact that we did it, I mean, we only did it because nobody else wanted to create anything that year.
Yeah, like we wouldn't have anything. And the first year that they did, or the second year they did the Alcatraz event, it was like a big thing. I wasn't even in... I don't even think, maybe I can't even remember. I probably wasn't even in junior high yet.
The first year they ever did, we didn't go because we weren't even
in junior high.
We weren't in the youth group
yet. The second
so.
year, the youth pastor and actually Joe Fant, who I've interacted with him a few times through the years in different places in different scenarios. Actually, them two made a video, and then after that they weren't going to do any more videos because nobody wanted to do it. So I was like, I gotta pick up the mantle, you know. I gotta freaking create a video for this event. This is my favorite youth event. This was like a highlight of my year.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna get anyone who wants to be involved, and I'm gonna put it together. I barely knew anything about editing. I barely knew. I mean, at this point, I was using Vegas Pro 9, editing software. I hadn't even had Premiere yet. And so, gosh, there's so many things I feel like we could talk about with this. But besides the fact that when you watch it, obviously it's not great. But maybe you can appreciate my early years of dabbling my toes into something I knew nothing about and trying to come out the other end with something. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what it was.
That's what it was. So, if you enjoyed this video, looking back at something that we created when we were wee little croutons, it just shows you how long we've been doing this. And to get to where we are, I wouldn't say we're that far in, but we're at least...
We were creating stuff like this in 2012.
Yeah.
So you can think about how long it's been since then and how much we've done. I've been doing video for, almost 10 years now.
Yeah, so...
Over 10 years if I count before this, because I was doing it in like 9th grade.
Yeah.
Putting videos together. They weren't any good, but... Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed yet, please do it. And also hit the bell. That would let you know when we come out with new videos. And... leave a like, comment if you want to interact on a conversation with us in the comment section. We really appreciate you guys watching this video. And I guess, any final thoughts?
Nope. So have a good day.
Yeah.